Hey, good morning, friends. Happy Thanksgiving. It's Fee here. As I promised, I'm getting Thanksgiving dinner ready here. I kind of have some sad news, and I hope I don't get emotional because I'm kind of missing my family right now. We were supposed to go to McCook today and be at home with my mom and dad, and Mackenzie tossed her cookies yesterday. So don't know what kind of bug has infiltrated our house, but I guess we're going to take it as God's sign that it's our year to share Thanksgiving with our immediate family, Chad, I, and the kids. So, you know, we're still feeling blessed to be around our family today and enjoy that as well. So here I am. I thought, well, what better way to share a little bit of Thanksgiving, but let's share it with my social media family as well. So you're all probably sitting down and getting ready to eat your Thanksgiving dinner right now, which is great. And I hope you enjoy your family today. I've really enjoyed the messages I've received from friends today. Some of them very funny. A very funny turkey one I will never forget. I saw Michelle and Holly in here working out before Thanksgiving, getting ready to go for the big turkey dinner. So lots of fun things to see on Facebook today, but also enjoy your family. Try to do that as well. This is going to be my way to enjoy you all. And Mackenzie's giving me coloring books too, so she might get antsy through this. So hopefully we can make it through. So what I decided to do last minute, I ran over to Target to grab something for us to eat today. And we did plan to do this turkey breast at Mom and Dad's, and I found, and it's kind of out on the table right now, but it's called a turkey breast tenderloin. I don't know if you can see that. But we picked this up at Target last night. It's about 24 ounces, so it was about that long. And here it is on the plate. I don't know if you can see it. I'm getting ready to start. Oh, hey, Jazz, there you are, sweetie. All right, so getting ready to put all this together. Bear in mind the recipe I'm using, and if you're wanting to join me on December 5th, I'm going to share all of these fun recipes for holiday dinners. Happy Thanksgiving, girl. So excited you're here. So I'm kind of doing a little bit of a preview to what you might see in those groups. We have a lot of fun sharing holiday recipes and staying healthy together. And trust me, they're not all crazy healthy. There's some healthy-ish ideas that don't make it terrible to have some of this stuff in the holidays and not feel like a lump at the end of them. All right, so what I'm going to do with this, the recipe that I'm using references a 7 to 8 pound turkey breast. And if you're not familiar with what turkey breast is, I wasn't either until this year when my mom called up and said, hey, I'm making a turkey breast. What it is it's just the white meat part of the turkey. So no dark meat if you're a dark meat fan. And what you do is you just season it up. A lot of them do a glaze. Yeah, Chad just said we're picking up pizza. He's in trouble if he does that. Hey, Jordan, how you doing, buddy? Jordan joined in, Chad. Jordan's on here. You want to come say hi? All right, so we're getting this together. And what it is in the recipe, and it's kind of over here, hopefully I don't have to go look over there too much on you, but it uses a 7 to 8 pound bird. This is for you, Jordan. They're going to get a Thursday paper, and I would be surprised if there's one out there, but we'll see. So it references a 7 to 8 pound turkey breast in the recipe that I'm using, and this particular one is only 24 ounces. And you know, an adult, a male, eats about about 6.5 ounces as a serving for like chicken breast. So if you use that as a reference point when you're purchasing something like this for however many people are coming to your party, that's a good idea. Hey, Barry. Oh, man, I'm having so much fun. You're all coming in. Yay, happy Thanksgiving. Erin, good to see you, girl. All right, so as we're putting this together, 7 to 8 pound bird, I've got 24 ounces. Some of the stuff I'm going to use in this, and I'm kind of a sweet person, so Chad used this smoking previously. It's 100% pure maple syrup. And, you know, for those of you that don't have this in your fridge, yes, it's great. It's a healthy option to the sweet. If you have the Aunt Jemima or whatever, don't be hard on yourself. Use it. It's not a big deal. But this is kind of a healthier option if you're kind of looking for that sweet. And we're going to use this and butter as our glaze on top of the turkey breast. So that being said, And if you want to ask me about full fat use in your daily food, let's do that. Have a conversation with me, because it's better to use the full fat than the low fat. Hey Laura, good to see you, girl.
Mommy.
Yes, dear. I might have questions from Kenzie here and there, so bear with me.
Mommy.
Do you need a crayon? Hang on.
Yeah.
Okay. Here you go. All right, so what we're going to do first, and these are kind of flat. In the recipe, it tells you to stuff the cavity with certain things. Pick whatever you want here. In this particular one, they want you to use apples and celery. It also called for an onion and lemon. And in my haste in Target, I completely forgot the onion and the lemon. So what I'm going to do is use my spice, the minced onion here, and use that in place of it. And for those of you, the measure on this, I believe it says 2 tablespoons minced onion equals 1/3 cup fresh minced. So I'm just going to kind of do my best here with guessing. In the recipe, it wants you to use, half of an onion and cut it up. There's other spices. I mean, use the spices that you want or that you like best. So I'm going to have the minced onion in my little cup here to make it go faster for you, so you don't have to see me measure all of these. It also wants thyme in there, rosemary leaf, and also your salt. I use sea salt. I like it. You can also use regular salt. It's also a good source of iodine. Remember, sea salt doesn't have the iodine in it. It's just a better source for lowering sodium. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to start with the salt on this. And since I can't hollow out a turkey breast, I'm just going to put the stuff underneath it. So I'm going to season the bottom of them here with the salt. I'm just sprinkling it on. Okay, so I don't do a ton of salt, mainly because, and pepper. You could use pepper here. I don't do pepper because I have a little bit of a issue with the acids and that coming up, so I kind of hold off on pepper. Now I'm going to take my spices and then just sprinkle them over the top here. Super easy. Again, this is going to be the part that goes to the bottom of the pan. Oh, here we go. Boy, I had a lot there. And then what I'm going to do, it tells you to put about a cup of water, and I'll post this recipe so you don't have to remember this or get your notepad out. It tells you to put a little bit of water in the bottom of your pan, and whenever you're doing a glaze that has maple syrup in it, hey John, happy Thanksgiving. Boy, there's a lot of you in here. I need to pay attention to the comments. Great, there's awesome. So whenever you're doing something with maple syrup, use the foil in these pans. Trust me, you will thank me for that later, because it makes a hot mess and it is like charring off, I don't know what, getting it off. All right. So that being said, we've got that in there. I'm going to take my celery, and this is where you would put those onions in here and the lemon if you had it and remembered it. So I'm going to take them and actually put them on the bottom of the pan here as if I've stuffed the turkey. So I'm kind of experimenting with this a little bit. Bear with me. We'll see how it turns out. Yes, dear.
I wanna put the crayons away.
Oh, you want to put the crayons away? Oh, well, I'm glad you didn't say you wanted to put them in the turkey. That might be interesting. So, okay, I'm going to take these, and you can kind of see how big they are. There ended up being 2 in that package, and I'm going to lay them in. I'm taking the seasoned side and putting it down in there. And bear with me, I'm going to wash my hands because I'm kind of one of those people. Hang on.
Mommy,
Okay.
I wanna put the crayons away.
Okay, we'll put the crayons away here in a minute. We're almost done. Okay, lastly, you might want to know what we're having with it. I plan to roast squash, and Jess, I might be trying the seeds recipe because I think there's probably a bunch of seeds in this one. It's a good toasted pumpkin seed recipe, so if anybody's interested, let me know. So we're gonna take this guy and roast it. I'm also gonna put some potatoes in, just some red potato roast for good old Chad because he's not a butternut squash fan. Poor guy, he's missing out. So I'm gonna do those as a bit of a side. We might have some veggies with that too. I'll post it in there on this video, so come back and look at it for some pictures of what we're having for sides with our turkey dinner here. All right, and lastly, oh, and I didn't talk. I do want to talk a little bit about this. Hang on, bear with me. I got a little bit of my mom in there and me. So the canola oil here, if you've ever purchased canola oil, Hang on just 1 minute, honey. We're almost done. That is a really cool picture of Tigger. I love it. All right, so we've got grapeseed oil and canola oil. When you cook in high heat, grilling or on your smoker, it's important to use oil that can cook in high heat because olive oil doesn't have, it has a real low firing temperature, and what I mean by that is if it can't take the heat, it will release carcinogens into your food. So olive oil isn't really good for high heat cooking, and it's a misnomer because you see it in a lot of healthy recipes. So be careful of that when you're cooking in high heat. Go for grapeseed oil or a high heat canola. Even coconut oil is good to cook in high heat as well. So love to talk about oil as well. Won't bore you with all of that right now. So I'm going to take this right now. I'm going to grab, I've been putting the sauce together, or the glaze that goes on the top of this. It was a ½ cup of the pure, I see it, Eeyore is so cute. So we've got the maple syrup that we used. It's about ½ cup, and then there's a whole stick of butter in there. So that's going to be my glaze. I'm going to grab it. All right, here it goes. I just put a small saucepan on the stove and I melted the butter and the maple syrup together, and I'm gonna pour it on top of these guys. You know, and if you get a little bit in there, it's gonna be super helpful to just give it that flavor. And I think all of the butter went in there. I needed to mix that up a little better, so bear with me here a minute. I might kind of stave some of that butter off so we don't have a mess. But now, we've got it all ready to go. My oven is set at 350, and the recipe says to cook this for 2.5 hours, but read your package of whatever size of meat you got, and mine says 60 to 70 minutes, so just make sure you pay attention to that and you don't overcook it as you're putting this together. Gosh, I've enjoyed this. This is going to be kind of fun for me. I know it's God's way today that we're home, and we're happy to be home and being with each other and sharing a Winnie the Pooh coloring book while I'm putting this together with you all. So it's been fun to see you share your cheer with me today. Love y'all, and look for more pictures. I hope you enjoy your Thanksgiving meals together. Take care.